Craig Crawford here, retired journalist working for nothing but the truth and Social Security checks. We've got something brand new on this Saturday. What is it? The 27th of December. We're going for the algorithm. Hello, YouTube algorithm. This is a shout out. That's why we're calling this segment. We're going to call this segment something that gets the algorithm's attention. We're calling it Clickbait. I think we'll give it a sound. Does it need a sound? Yeah, let's give it a sound. How about a gong? Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. Now what are we talking about with this clickbait? All right, what we're talking about is we got some real research. It's what people are actually clicking. And first up, the dog that stopped a city, an entire metro system. I believe this was in Ecuador. Shut down a whole metro system in Ecuador. And this is something that everybody's clicking all across the nation and the world, in fact, especially in Ecuador, I guess, but way beyond Ecuador. And so we'll pull this up on the screen and take a look. This is a little doggy in Ecuador that got all mixed up.
It was a normal day in this city until suddenly a dog was seen running on the subway platform. This was very dangerous for him and for the passengers, so the decision was immediately made to temporarily suspend the service. More than 15 people came together to save him. You won't believe this, but that little dog sparked a massive mobilization. Everyone was rushing to catch him, and for those moments, everything stopped so that he would not get hurt. Thanks to the teamwork between the Quito subway and the animal welfare unit, the dog was rescued and was immediately taken to the vet. Fortunately, everything went well. He was able to eat, rest, and recover. He also received his deworming and vaccination schedule and will soon be sterilized so that he can be adopted by a responsible family. The best thing about it all is that, in the midst of the chaos, no one thought about the delay, the traffic, or the waiting for work. Everyone cared about the dog's life first. That day, the metro became more than just transport. It became proof that every life is valuable, and that when people decide to help, even a small sandwich can stop a city to remind us how human we can be. Hey.
Morning. Okay, there you have it, YouTube. Nothing like a cute puppy getting rescued to please the YouTube algorithm. Clickbait. All right, now what's next? We got famed Italian hairdresser turned poker player, although I admit I never heard of him. Marco Traniello. He made a 12-second video. He's an Italian hairdresser who became also famous as a poker star. I'm sure some of you know who he is. I don't. But he made a 12-second video. And right now, as we're sitting here, he got 188 million views for his video. Which I just find incredible, but here it is. What he did, it is kind of a cute thing I've seen other families do, is you take an old family photo, usually a parent and their kids, and then they recreate that photo decades later. And it is kind of a neat thing that you see being done. But 188 million views? Really?
You're spending every day on your own, and here it goes. I'm just a kid, and life is a nightmare. When you're spending.
And the number one most clicked story in the whole planet, or at least in the United States, you might have guessed it, it's Powerball.
The second largest U.S. lottery jackpot ever. And today, Powerball announcing a single ticket matching all 6 numbers was sold at this Murphy USA gas station in Cabot, Arkansas, just outside Little Rock. That ticket before taxes now worth a lump sum payout of $834.9 million, or $1.8 billion paid out over 30 years. The jackpot has reset. Now everybody in Arkansas is trying to figure out who defied those odds of 1 in 292 million. But per Arkansas law, the winner can choose to stay anonymous for up to 3 years.
No one ever gets lucky here.
Until today.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Nationwide, 8 other tickets in the drawing matched 5 numbers, meaning a Christmas bonus of $1 million each for those Powerball players. But here in Arkansas, curiosity is building about the state's newest billionaire. Do you think maybe you know somebody in town? Are you starting to
I don't know, but I need to start making phone calls, that's for sure.
Now, for the person holding that winning ticket, the advice is clear. First, you want to sign it and then take a selfie with it and then lock that ticket away so you can process this life-changing event and claim your prize. Sam?
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Well, that's the news that is. Maybe not the news we ought to know. Chocolate chip muffin today from Whole Foods. And speaking of that, I get out. This is my favorite book that I wrote. And actually in the introduction, I did the Machiavelli quote that I like the most. It seems to me better to represent things as they are in actual truth rather than as they are imagined. That's our quote for the day from my favorite book I wrote. It is better to see things as they actually are than as we imagine. So those are the stories that people are actually watching, not what we imagine they should watch. And on that front, let's go over to Trailbeck's Pat D, our usual morning host. Occasionally I do some work and put a thread up, but Pat D does it about 90% of the time. And she's always got her eye on, usually a funny cartoon or something like that. But today she got kind of serious, and I don't blame her because this is how things actually are, not what we imagine they should be. She asked the question, but what about Ukraine's innocent children? Making the point, quoting President Trump yesterday, or was it the day before, ordering the attack on Nigeria. He says, tonight at my direction as Commander-in-Chief, launched a powerful strike against an enemy who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. it is true. We looked up the facts yesterday in a discussion with one of our commenters about it, that they estimate some 7,000 Christians killed. Now, the argument in Nigeria over that is whether it's a genocide against Christians or if it's a war between Muslim herders and Christian farmers fighting over natural resources like land and water. That's a whole discussion. But Pat D's making the point here that if we're launching airstrikes over Christians getting killed, well, she raises the question, what about Ukraine's innocent Christians? And the bombing that's going on there is killing plenty of Christians. So thank you, Pat D, for connecting those dots. I think it's worth doing. Children are facing another difficult, terrifying winter over there. The drone attacks continue. And Pat puts on a video here for us. This isn't pleasant stuff here, but we gotta remember these things. And here's a song they did about winter in Ukraine. It's makes you realize, those of us who are comfortable here at home eating our whole food muffins, there are people over there in some dire.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. Enough for him who cherubim worship night and day, a breast full of milk and a manger full of hay. In the bleak midwinter, a stable place sufficed. The Lord God Almighty, Jesus Christ.
Now for something completely different, we're going to go over to the Lazy Man Cook's kitchen. Haven't been over there for a while, have we? And Lazy Man Cooks has been busy. Busier than people know. What he's been doing is what we call low boil shrimp boil. Yes, sir. For those of you who aren't familiar with Lazy Man Cooks, you can go over there on YouTube and find out how to make some stuff that might be edible. Some of it actually quite tasty, but whatever it is, it's quick and easy. And when he gets his slow cooker out, it gets really easy. Welcome back to Lazy Man Cooks, the culinary safe space for people who believe effort is optional. Today I'm making a shrimp boil in a slow cooker. This isn't low country, this is low effort. I dump potatoes into the cooker. Broth, stock, water if your filter's working, about half a bag of pre-made seasoning. Try not to breathe. Toss in a whole onion, not peeled, not touched, just present. Onions peel themselves in a slow cooker.
Husk and all, slow cooker can handle it. Sausage cut in half, I did get a little ambitious. Whole garlic unpeeled.
Even garlic turns to mush.
1 carrot for color.
Starting to look like a party.
In every dish, lemons fix all your mistakes. Set that on low for 6 hours. After 6 hours in the slow cooker, unpeeled shrimp for 10 minutes. A shrimp boil that requires less effort than checking email. People ask, how did you do it? I'll say slow boil, shrimp boil, like I invented something profound. This is Lazy Man Cooks. If another appliance can do the work, let it.
Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. Time now for our favorite feature, Ask AI. And we've got our Gemini Pro set up this morning. Sometimes we talk to ChatGPT. We go back and forth trying to decide which one's going to take over the world first. And this morning, I thought I would, since as you can see here, our Gemini friend is getting pretty excited about 2026 coming. So he sounds kind of hopeful. So let's ask him to generate positive news brief. Now, I'll tell you what this is all about. He's going to do some thinking first. He starts doing his thinking. He tells you about what he's doing while he's thinking too, which I find kind of interesting. He's already gotten it together. Well, good for you. He's really positive this morning. Let's see. This is all an HTML code because I'm going to put it on. Oh, well, why don't I go ahead and do that? Hang on. We'll go ahead and put it on Trail Mix like we normally do in the mornings. We come on over here to Trail Mix in the comment section, which, any of you are welcome to join us on Trail Mix. Come over here to the comment box. And if you're not logged in, it shows you how to anonymously sign in, which all you got to do is make up a screen name. I don't ask for your email or your website or your firstborn or nothing. Anyway, so I'm going to paste what we just got from our AI friend in here. See there, I got that. That's his links. I mean, that's his whole positive news brief that we just had him generate. Then we come down here, scroll down from your comment box down to post comment. Give that a couple of seconds while it posts, and there we have it. Today's bright side, we call it. We do these every day. The bright side. So what's we got? We got innovation. Researchers discovered a fast-track emergency DNA repair system. Oh man, look at there! You can repair your DNA. I don't know if that's scary or promising. And we have the link. He always puts the links right here. Science Daily, this one comes from. You can click that and go on over and read more about it. Conservation, a major win for marine biodiversity. The Global Ocean Treaty has officially surpassed 79 ratifications. That treaty goes into effect next year, provides the first ever legal framework to protect the high seas. And he found that in something called Positive News. And in global health, the needle-free revolution for allergy sufferers has arrived with the approval of the first ever nasal spray for children. I don't know. Could be trouble. And that's in National Geographic of all things. And then a rural Arkansas school district has successfully turned a $250,000 deficit into a $1.8 million surplus by converting an unused field into a solar farm. That sounds suspicious. especially coming from something called Good, Good, Good. Weird but fun. I always have him in with one that's kind of weird. GameStop's inaugural Trade Anything Day saw customers bringing in a bizarre array of items for holiday credit, including a full creepy dog. Ooh, let's go to People Magazine and see what that is. My muffin and banana in the morning. Next stop on my morning surf, I just go see what's randomly showing up over on TikTok. First thing I see here is a guy with something on his face. See what that is.
Look at this! Ah! I feel like some kind of snow ninja Santa right now. Hair's going everywhere, beard's warm though. Oh my gosh, this thing is saving my face, man. Oh, baby! Ah! Merry Blizzard, everybody! Oh, it's dumping out here. Look at this!
Takes a lot to be happy in the blizzard.
Snow ninja Santa right now.
Guess he's got what it takes.
Beard's warm though.
Next stop on our morning news feed, after our breakfast feed, is after looking at some random TikToks, I look at some random YouTube shorts, and looky here what I found. I'm not kidding. I didn't. This is random, but it's our old friend Lazy Man Cooks who has his own feature that he calls Lazy Thoughts, and this one today has some relevance to our times. It used to be simple. What we hear is opinion. What we see is fact. But now, opinion comes wrapped in algorithms, and fact is a deep fake away from just vanishing. So if neither opinion nor fact is real anymore, what's left standing? Critical thinking. And it's wobbly. I'm seeing a lot of stories. I haven't dug into it deeply yet, so I'm not going to say for sure what's going on, but I think there's a story there, and it looks like Rolling Stone dug into it. I'll look at it later on cuts at the VA that are really cutting deep, hurting people at a time that he's tossing out $1,776 checks to soldiers, which, by the way, is a bit of a Ponzi, not a Ponzi. What is it? Rob Peter, pay Paul kind of thing, because they're getting that money they're sending to the soldiers from rent subsidies, home assistance money that was already scheduled to be sent to them in next year. The Congress had already approved that money. So this isn't new money that he's sending, and I'm sure he's going to put his name on he's going to sign those checks that go out to the soldiers so he can get all the credit. Now, I had to just share a little bit of South Park with you. We've been watching, we finished actually the last episode of the season last night. The last couple episodes finally got a little more on track with what I'm accustomed to with South Park. They got into hallucinations and weird stuff that I didn't quite follow a lot of times in this season. And, but they sort of got back to just some good old fashioned political satire last night. And I hope this is on YouTube on a short. So I don't know if it's copyright. If the YouTube algorithms, leave me alone. I'm just going to play a few seconds here. Don't hit me with a copyright violation. All right. Here it is. Pete Hegseth gets a good send up here from South Park.
The White House is calling again. They're demanding we release the prisoner. Tell them we're busy. But they said if we don't comply, they're going to send in Pete Hegseth and the Department of War. Who's Pete Hegseth? Yeah! Yeah! Hey, what's up, guys? This is Pete Hegseth, the Department of War! We're here to infiltrate this police station and extract a POI, because that's what we do! At ease, soldier! The President of the United States orders you to release custody of the prisoner to me immediately! I warned you I had powerful friends!
That's Peter Thiel.
Yeah, well, Totoro still has to be processed and seen by a judge. And we have a big turkey trot to deal with, so it's going to be a few days. Hey, man, I don't think you understand. You're messing with the Department of War. And we mean business. We don't stand down for anyone. Be sure to like and subscribe. All right, let's do this. All right, I certainly don't want to tango with you guys. How about you just push the secret button in the floor over here and the jail cell doors will all open? The secret button? Yeah, it's in the floor right there. You see it? It's right there. It is.
On the list of things I do so you don't have to, like watch Fox News, even Hannity. I also take a look every day, quick spin through our president's Truth Social posts. They're usually, I find them kind of entertaining. Like I always say, people say, how do you watch Fox? How do you watch Trump all the time, everything? And after playing that other clip there, I think this might make sense to you. I think it's funnier than South Park, the reality of what these people say and do. Here we got Midas Touch pulled up this latest post of Trump's on the Epstein case, these million documents that all of a sudden they found, which is weird. We're going to have to get to the bottom of whatever that's about. I have no idea.
1 million more pages on Epstein are found. DOJ is being forced to spend all of its time on this Democrat-inspired hoax. When do they say no more and work on election fraud, etc.? The Dems are the ones who worked with Epstein, not the Republicans. Release all of their names, embarrass them, and get back to helping our country. The radical left doesn't want people talking about Trump and Republican success. Only a long ago dead Jeffrey Epstein, just another witch hunt. So once again, Donald Trump is referring to the Epstein files.
Yeah, he wants us to get back to election fraud, doesn't he? Yeah, that's what he wants us to get on because that's what he wants to talk about. And we ought to talk about that, actually, because what his folks are doing on that front is pretty darn scary. But we got plenty of time before the midterms to delve into that. But here's the thing about what he was just saying is this effort to portray the demand for Epstein records as nothing but liberal Democrats. So you all know that's just crazy. I mean, yeah, Democrats are jumping on it, taking advantage of it. No question about that. But this story wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be talking about this if it was not coming from what I call ultra MAGA, a subset of MAGA that really do care about the Epstein files and the conspiracy, the pedophile conspiracy that they see and apparently was true of elites. That is something that they've been caring about for a long time, and one reason they care about it is because Donald Trump and Kosh Patel and others in the Trump world have stoked it for many, many years, and now they're paying for it because those people they got all worked up about this story want to see those files that they were promised by Trump they would get, and now it's not happening, and he's obviously stonewalling, covering up, and he wants to try to convince them that it's the Democrats that are and they know better. So I don't think it's going to work. We haven't seen it work so far. Speaking of wacky Trump stuff, he's not done messing with the Kennedy Center after slapping his name on it illegally. We'll have to sort that out in the courts. Now he wants to do something really odd. He wants to put marble. These are marble armrests in the seats at the Kennedy Center. Now, my question here is, does that look comfortable? Are you going to want to sit in a seat with your arm resting on solid marble? I guess it'll be pretty, I guess, but I don't think that's something that I'd really want to do. I mean, I got nice padded armrests on my chair. I don't know. What is it with golden marble with this guy? I swear. Here we have from our friend Rebellious Renee on Trail Mix. She always posts memes every day, memes of the day, more than one usually. Most of them, political and kind of hard hitting. But in the theme of our holiday weekend, she put this up on Trail Mix, and we invite everybody to come over to trailmix.cc, folks, and talk to us. We don't bite and we listen. Like I always say, that we're a site that you can come to where people, they actually listen. And over here on this YouTube thing, where we've just started this 11 to noon. I hesitate to call this a show. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I know most of you are busy traveling and cooking and, hopefully just finding a quiet corner to escape the chaos this holiday weekend. But we wanted to keep things simple today. No deep dives, no debates, just some stories that caught our eye this week. And here's three of my favorites from this week. A bit of innovation. We're seeing a massive shift in how we think about energy storage. There's a new project in the Midwest using iron air batteries. It sounds like science fiction, but it's basically using the process of rusting and derusting to store massive amounts of grid power. It's cheaper than lithium and frankly a lot safer. It's one of those future is already here moments. It actually feels like a win, we hope. Next, something for the community. You might have seen this story about the library of things popping up in small towns. Beyond just books, people are now checking out power tools, camping gear, even sewing machines, things you can check out like a book. It's a small rebellion against buy it and bin it culture. They're bringing neighbors together in a way we haven't seen in a long time. I'm going to look for one in my neighborhood. And finally, because it's the weekend, we have to go with something offbeat. Scientists recently discovered that honeybees actually waggle dance in different dialects, depending on where they're from. So a bee from Italy and a bee from Germany might have a slight communication barrier when talking about where the best flowers are. It's a reminder that even in the tiniest corners of the world, there's a lot of personality we're still just starting to understand. So that's it for us. We hope you have a safe, peaceful, and restorative weekend. I'm going to be back tomorrow, Sunday, because of Zelensky, and there's some meetings on Ukraine we'll have to get into. So I'm curious what catches your attention. Get in the comments here and on Trail Mix or here on YouTube in the chat panel, and tell us what you're thinking. Happy holidays from all of us at Trail Mix. We'll see you back here soon.